Emily nervously adjusted her black dress as she fidgeted in the back seat of the car with her mother and father. She was dreading the day ahead, not only having to see her beloved grandmother's casket, but also the prospect of the family gathering afterwards. She had grown distant with most of them during the past few years due to her grandmother's sudden decline. Emily had watched, horrified, as her beloved grandmother slowly descended into a state of mental illness. It seemed to all start the day the carved wooden box arrived at her house, sent from an unknown sender. Emily never told anyone, but she felt something sinister coming from the box, like some hidden horror was being contained within its walls. But what Emily didn't know is that the box contained an ancient relic that was filled with demonic power. As her grandmother grew more and more fragile, the relic began to possess the poor elderly woman, slowly corrupting her mind and body. Days before her grandmother passed away, Emily discovered that the wooden box had gone missing. Her grandmother had left some ominous words written in the dust of the box, "Funeral Day." At the funeral home, Emily felt a chill as she said her final goodbye to her now withered grandmother. As the service came to a close, the family procession headed to the family home, where the gathering was to take place. But nobody noticed the sinister figure dressed in shrouds that followed the family procession the entire way. At the family gathering, everyone was surprised as Emily's grandmother suddenly rose from her seat and spoke in a strange, deep voice. "Funeral day is now," she said, her eyes filled with a burning darkness. Emily and the rest of her family were paralyzed with fear as the possessed body of her grandmother marched down the hall to the wooden box, which had somehow returned to the house. The possessed grandmother opened the box and an unholy reek filled the air. Suddenly, a figure draped in red robes emerged from the box, and Emily could see the inky black eyes of a powerful demon gazing out at the world. The family was horrified as the demonic figure took control of Emily's grandmother and announced that funeral day had arrived, and that this would be the day when all their souls shall be harvested. With a final, desperate act of courage, Emily mustered enough strength to scream out loud. Her voice filled the entire house, and a blast of holy light streamed into the place, exorcising the demon away and freeing Emily's grandmother from its grip. Emily and her family were left shocked, awestruck and grateful for the miraculous escape. After that day, Emily kept her grandmother's box as a reminder of the horror they faced, and a reminder of the power of courage and faith.